Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's my great honor to be here. And I never thought I'd have this opportunity coming here to talk. What's wrong? I said I'm a lucky person that be able to speak at the Seoul National University. And I heard thousands of families want to send their children to come to this school. And I, myself in China, have been trying to take examinations for entering university for 3 times. And it's not easy. It's not easy to go into the university, but it's not easy to finish the university school. So even nowadays, I still have night dreams every year that I'm still taking math examinations, which I could not pass. A lot of people say that you are, Jack, you and your team did a fantastic job in China on the internet. It is true that our sales this year is bigger than eBay and Amazon put together. And I was told that the whole world, there are only 2 companies that sells most of the products online and offline, Walmart, and we are probably the second largest sales companies. But I always ask myself why you are so lucky. Because I never thought when I had a lot of dreams that any kids, but I never thought that I would be that successful like today. And just talking to the president, that what made me stand here, what made me stand here, I think the thing that made me stand here is because I had a tough childhood. My family was not a rich family. My father was a normal person. My mother, is also a normal worker. And I'm the second child of the family. My brother is well taken care of by my parents. My sister is younger, so she's good. I'm the middle. Nobody really care a lot, but I know my parents love me a lot. But I always think they should love me more. And I took 7 years in the primary school, not because I studied hard, because I remember when I was in the 5th grade, everybody should take examinations for entering key middle school. All of our students, all of my schoolmates, all failed. So the school said, have another year study. So we studied another year, take it again, everybody failed again. So I'm not a graduate from a good primary school. And then we went to a very poor middle school in Hangzhou. And after 2 years, my middle school was separated because the quality was too bad. And I think it's a great experience for me. I know that not everybody have the opportunity to study in a good school. So when I had a talk in Beijing University, Tsinghua University, I told the students there, if you graduate from great universities, please look at the others, people from other universities with respect. If you graduate from a poor university like me, enjoy yourself. Look at yourself with great appreciation. This is very important. When people do not look high on you, you should look high yourself. When people have a high expectation on you, you should have a low expectation on yourself. And in this way, you can balance. And when I started internet business, nobody in China have heard about the internet. And people think this guy is crazy because he knows nothing about internet, he knows nothing about a computer, he knows nothing about any technology. Until today, the only thing I know about technology or know about the computer is just to browse, receive, send emails. Today, I cannot use my mobile phone very frequently. This is nothing, telling others that you know nothing, that's not feel shy, nothing to be ashamed of. But if you tell somebody that you don't know, you pretend you know, that's a shame. So honestly, I have not had even one-day training on management. I had not one-day training on technology. I never write one code. I even don't know what the code means and how the computer programming. But it's okay. You respect these things. About 9 years ago, my first trip to Harvard, and Harvard Business Schools invited me to make a talk there. The professor said, Jack, please tell us something not in your resume. And I said, when I graduated from Hangzhou Teachers University, I applied 10 times for Harvard, all rejected by Harvard. You know, one thing that's interesting, I'm a person get used to be rejected. When I graduated from university or from high school and graduated from university, I applied at least 30 jobs, all rejected. And I get used to that. So apply for Harvard, of course, they rejected me. Then I told Harvard that someday I will go back to Harvard to teach. Because I think, I have a dream. Someday I may not be able to study there, but someday I can go there and teach. But that day I shared my experience, why I survived in China, because of 3 reasons. No, first reason, I did not have money. Second reason, I do not know anything about technology. Third, I never planned. So these are 3 principles which Harvard School never agree. How can you be an entrepreneur without money, without knowledge of technology, and without even planning? And I'm not joking, I was telling the truth. Because I did not have money, I used every penny very carefully. Many companies died not because they don't have money, because they have too much money. When they have money, if you want to solve the problem by money, then any stupid people can do it. You have to solve the problem by your brain. Money is just one of the resources to help you solve the problem. Right. A lot of companies today want to solve the problem by money. That won't work. Second, I know nothing about technology and computer, which is fine. Because if you don't know technology, so you can hire and find the best people who know technology better than you do. In the past 14 years at Alibaba, I never ever fight with the engineers because I don't know how to fight with them. When they have some ideas, I listen. And I told them my ideas, how the people like me understand the world. Because I don't know anything about technology, I told the engineers that 80% of the people in this world like me. We don't like technology. We just want to use technology. We want engineers to make the technology simple to use, easy to use, and friendly to use. And I was the first product tester. Of all the products engineer made, I will use it. If I cannot use it, throw it into the rubbish. If I can use it, 80% people can use it. So I try to making sure our service product simple and easy. And the third, we never plan. How can you plan at such a changing time? When I start my business, if you want to raise money, you have to write a business plan. I could not write a business plan. 1999, 1998. How can you write a business plan? Because you don't know what internet will go look like, right? So I said, keep changing is the best plan. You have to change yourself. You have to change before change comes. You have to change before competitors. You have to change all the time. So my belief is keep changing is the best plan. So these are the 3 reasons for my early stage survival. And today, we have more than 600 million registered users on Taobao. we have more than 900 million registered users on Alipay. We have more than 80 million small, medium-sized business across the world using our services. Today, you look so great, but the day when we started is such a terrible. You know, when I started Taobao, nobody come to use. We prepared for 2 months to writing the program and to say we are going to launch on May the 10th. And before we launch the product, because we have nothing to sell, so we have 7 employees. Everybody go back home and find 4 products that you can sell on Taobao. I go home and checking everything. I could not find the 4 things to sell. So altogether, 7 people. We collected 17 products listed on the Taobao. Nobody come to buy, so we have to buy ourselves. You know, you buy. And I remember 3 days later, somebody come to Taobao and list 1 thing. We buy it. So whatever, for the first 3 weeks, anybody sell anything, we buy them. So we bought a bunch of house of rubbish in the home to protect, the testing things. Today, we have more than 1 billion products listing every day. 1 billion product listings. It's almost impossible, to checking all the things. Why this thing happen? Because we believe the future. 10 years ago, I told people that I believe internet will be the future. If we do not succeed, somebody will be successful. Right? We fail, but the other people may win. So we have to work hard. Till today, I'm still believing the future. People say, Jack, you guys are so lucky. You got almost every opportunity you have. In China, when Taobao is there, Baidu is there, and Tencent is there, we have no opportunity. I think in Korea, the same. Everybody say, oh my God, these companies there, how can we survive? 10 years ago, I said the same thing to Bill Gates. Because of Microsoft, I have no opportunity. Because of Google, I have no opportunity, right? No. Opportunity is everywhere. And this world, because of the internet, because of cloud computing, because of data, opportunity is for everybody. Where is the opportunity? It is. I tell myself and tell the young people, opportunity is at the place where people complain. If people complain, that is opportunity. You go to Korea, you go to China, especially China today, everybody is complaining. When everybody is complaining, opportunity is there. Solve the complaining. Solve the problems. If you join the complaining, you're dying every day. So for me, when people complain, I feel excited. This is opportunity. What I can do for it. So today, Alibaba asking ourselves, how can we compete in the future? We grow that size. My best time, not today. Today, Alibaba Group and Alipay Group and Tanya, too big. When this thing gets too big, a lot of headaches every day. When I was young, I tell myself, one day I want to be a CEO of a big company. So my life will be easier. No. When the company is getting bigger, your life will never be easier. You have a problem every day. The best time of myself was when I have only less than 30 employees. We sit in the room, everybody knows who you are, who I am, and we talk every day and enjoy. We're working hard, we know where we're going. But today we are so big. Running such a big organization is not easy. I have 600 million registered Taobao users. If 1% of them are bad guys, I have 6 million bad guys every day. And about 1% of the 6 million bad guys are really bad guys. You have 60,000 every day. These are guys, no matter whatever you say, they complain. So, life's not easy, right? I think you have to deal with it. So when you are small, you know where you want to be. When you are big, you cannot go to the place where you want to be because it is so big. You know something wrong, you want to change, you have to change 6 months earlier. Because you know something wrong, you want to change, it's already too late. Just like a Titanic boat, it's hitting the iceberg, you'll crash. So my problem today is asking myself how we can make this boat safely sail, because today we are not easy. It's not that easy to say we have 12 million jobs. We created 12 million jobs in China, direct and indirect jobs. So if our boat to sink, 12 million jobs will be in trouble. So we ask ourselves where we should go. Last century, if you want to be a great company, you should catch 1 or 2 or 3 opportunities. But this century, to be a great company, you have to solve social problems. So what are the social problems in China? There are so many problems. I believe the problems that a company like us can solve, first, to create jobs. Second is the domestic demand, making the countryside, making the farmers rich. And the third, change the China mechanism of development. So creating jobs is so important. People say create a job, that's government's job, not your job. It is my job. The day when we started Alibaba in 1999, we have a mission. I told myself and 18 founders, we are here because we want to help small business. Small business create most of jobs. Small business, lots of innovations. So I think this is our mission. And today, when we are that big, we should not forget the first day mission. The first love is always the most beautiful love. Now, we all know that. But people, when they start to do, when they are bigger, when they get more successful, they always forget the first day love. And I told myself, we come to today after 14 years of tough days. We always remember who we serve, small business. Even later when we do the Taobao, still helping small business because there are 9 million power sellers on Taobao. So this is the key. We have to remember the first day love and continue that. Even to today, create jobs. Second, domestic demand. In China, Shanghai, Beijing, Guangdong, Zhejiang, Fujian, these coast areas rich. Making money from the rich people is easy. But how? Because everybody wants to make money from the rich people. How can we make money from the poor people? How can you do that? The thing is making poor people rich first, then make money. On the street in Guangzhou, you see if the bus, there are about 21 people inside, usually 20 people, all salespeople. Among 21 person, 20 of them are salespeople. Everybody wants to sell you things. So if you were the salespeople, what would you do? If you were one of the 21 persons, what would you do? My job is helping the other people rich. If you see somebody has $5 in the pocket, a great salespeople say, how can I get the $5 into my pocket? But if you're a good business people think, how can I make the $5 make you become $50 and get my $2 out? This is the best way. So I think in China in the future, that China, there are so many people want to be rich. Help people rich. And then you get a piece pie of it. Always. It is so, why Taobao grows so fast? Alibaba grows so fast. One of the philosophy that we have was never try to change and convincing a successful people. Try to change and convince those people who want to be successful is easier. 10 years ago, when we start to talk about Taobao, we went to a lot of successful people say, no, they say, forget it right now. I never shop online. That's so stupid, right? Because they are successful people. To change successful people, almost impossible. But change people who want to be successful is so interesting. 20 years ago, if you want to change your kid, if you want to do things, you have to convince the parents and then change the children. So we start to change the children that 10 years ago. Today, when the child in the family say, the parents usually say yes, do the opposite. So we believe the potential of China is not Guangdong, not Beijing, not Shanghai. It's in the middle and west part. Those areas successful. And there are millions and millions of farmers want to be successful. If we can help them to be successful, we have the opportunity. And the third, how we can do China better in economy. We see today the environment, the 雾霾, everything, we're breathing this kind of terrible thing, the water, the food, and we're all frustrated. How can we do better? I believe internet is not a tool to make money. Internet is a tool to improve society, change people's way of thinking. I have a great hope, and I believe this hope will be true, that China will change because of the internet. And I have people say, Jack, everybody want to move outside China. Nobody want to stay China. Terrible. No. Future is always better than today. Human beings have gone through so many tough days, wars, disasters, hungers, and we are facing challenge today. This challenge is not the most difficult time. We will survive it. China will survive. Why China will survive? Because our generation were grown up of the internet. We are open. We're transparent. We learned how to enjoy the freedom. We know what's happening every part of the world. My parents did not know. My grandparents did not know. My grandparents said to my father, you are a hopeless generation. But my father did better than my grandfather. My father and I have been fighting and quarreling for 20 years. My father said, you are a spoiled child. You have no future. But I say, I'm better than you are. And I believe our young generation, you people studying here, you are definitely much smarter than we are. You're working hard. You have a better opportunity. Why you cannot solve the problems? People say, 5 years ago, I told in China, people say, Jack, you are business people. Why you talk about water, air, and trees? I say, water, air, trees. If we do not do anything, China will be in trouble. Today, everybody complaining water. Everybody complain about the air. Everybody complain about the environment. Stop complaining. It's too late to complain. This is the opportunity for you generation, our generation. This is what I feel. So people say, China, political here, political there, this problem, that problem. Well, those people who complain will never be successful. Those people make the complaint opportunity have the chance in 20 years. My brother and I, same brother, 亲兄弟, he complains a lot. I never complain, right? And he has no big change 30 years ago, and I changed. So I think I want to share with young people here that always have high expectation for the future. And every day try to change yourself a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't have to have people ask me, Jack, do you have such a big vision 10 years ago? Do you know you will be here like today, Taobao, Alipay, that big? No. I tell you the truth, I never ever thought I could be that successful. 10 years ago, I just want to survive. I just want to pay my people. Okay, that's your pay, and I have enough pay to pay myself. 10 years ago, 14 years ago, my pay was 92 RMB a month. 92块钱人民币. $15 US a month, that's my pay. And what I want to get is $30. That is the... I have expectation for the future. I know someday, if I don't work hard, I have no opportunity. So past 14 years, giving me one deep impression that later I share this with all the young people I know. Today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening. And which is true, right? So you have to work hard today, you can survive till tomorrow. But if you survive tomorrow, you may not be... Tomorrow is always difficult than today. That's why some people complain. But the day of tomorrow must be beautiful. No matter how many people complain, no matter you like it, don't like it, I tell you guys, 20 years later, in this world, there will be more rich people, more successful people, more big companies than today. This is for sure. You like it, don't like it. It is the reality. Whether it will be you or others depends on how hard you work. Depends on how smart you work. Depends on how you help the others instead of expecting others to help you. And today, when you are small, think about a big. Do tiny. When you are big, think about a small. Do more. So my size, Alibaba, that big, think about great jobs, helping the helping the poor area to be rich, and change China environment. These are the three complaints. These are three opportunities which lies there. Anybody can solve these problems, can last long. Simple and easy. But you can never solve these problems within one day. Problem is always there, just like opportunity is always there. Right? So this is what I want to say, but today I come here not teaching you how to survive and how to be a philosopher. I want to share with you guys any questions you have, let's communicate. And I don't want to, any question can be asked. This is a free discussion.